Sometimes you hear people say that silence means yes, or silence means consent. In our teaching of sex education, silence does not mean consent, and silence does not mean yes. Let's look at what consent is. Consent is a process of agreeing, giving permission to. That's to say, you've agreed to do what the individual is asking you for, or you've given your permission for the person to do what he's asking for. But in consent, there are 4 main ingredients that it must possess for it to be a consensuous agreement between you and the other party, or between you and the other person. Consent possesses 4 main ingredients. Number 1, it should be clearly expressed. Okay, you are asking somebody if you can hand him or her a cup of coffee. The person will say, yes, I am willing to take it. That is to say that the person have clearly expressed his or her feeling to consenting to take that. You are not assuming. The person did not keep silent. The person expressed his own concern. Yes, I'm willing. All right? Then, the number 2 ingredient in consent is giving freely. That's to say that it is without manipulation, it is without coercion. The person is not coerced to do it. The person is not manipulated into the act. So, when you are seeking consent, the person have to come out and give freely. All right. The person wants to hand you over what you've asked for. So let's say in sex education, you are asking for a hug and the person's freely extend a hugging hand to you. That means it's done freely. No manipulation, no coercion. It becomes manipulative when you start attaching benefits to it. If you hug me, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. That's manipulation. So we can't say that is consent. That is you outrightly putting the individual under pressure. I'm trying to explain consent and the ingredients that comprises of the word consent. Now, I have talked about that consent can be clearly expressed and that consent can be given freely. The third one is consent is an ongoing thing. Now, I can consent to you doing a particular thing today, and tomorrow I withdraw it. So consent can be withdrawn. It's ongoing. You can decide to detach. You can decide to stop the act and said, I'm done here. I'm not ready for this. So consent have another ingredient, which is ongoing. You can detach, you can withdraw, you can stop at any time. Your mind tells you that you are done with this act. Then the fourth ingredient is that it is mutual. Consent has to be mutual. The both have to agree. If you and I are involved in a particular act, I should agree and you will agree. If it is a one-party thing, one-person thing, it is not mutual, and that's not consent. And so, when I say that consent means giving permission, it has to be given permission freely. It has to be given permission clearly. It has to be given permission on an ongoing way, and it has to be a mutual thing. So if this 4 ingredient is not there, it is not consent. In sex education, We teach consent so that if anything want to happen between two persons, the two of them will agree to such, whether in relationship, whether in sexual activity, or whether in a normal life activity. It can be business. It can be discussion. Whatever it is, consent comes in different formats. It comes in agreeing to do a particular business, comes in agreeing to do a particular activity, comes in agreeing to be into a relationship, comes in getting into a particular act. So, if the other person did not consent, did not agree to, and you are trying to force yourself, that's manipulation. And that means you are not respecting boundaries. I've talked about boundary setting. Consent and boundary setting goes hand in hand. And so, if you are a young boy out there, make sure that you don't force yourself on the opposite sex. You try to agree. Seek consent. Find out if the person is willing to do what you are asking for. We see a lot of harassment. We see a lot of abuse on the part of our young boys because they don't understand what consent is and they don't understand what boundary setting is. If somebody said, no, I don't need a hug, no, I don't need a kiss, no, I don't need this, respect the individual and walk away. That's to say you respect boundaries. And then you consent to what the individual wants by agreeing to do or walk away from what the person said, I don't want this. So, we want young ones out there to understand boundary setting and consent. It will protect you a long way. It goes a long way to help you make a lot of decisions. And it makes you to avoid some certain situation that can put you in danger. Learn consent and learn boundaries. Don't overstep your boundaries. Agree to what an individual tells you he or she does not want. Know that that is what the person wants. So please, don't go overboard. Don't pressure people. Don't be manipulative. Don't coerce people into doing what they don't want to do. So if you are a parent or a caregiver and you want to teach this to a kid about consent, there is this traffic light model we use in teaching it. When a child wants something, he uses the red light and said the green light and said he or she wants this. If he's not sure of, he uses the yellow light. And if he actually said no, he uses the red light. Have that code in your mind that if I don't want this, if I want this, is a green light for me. If I'm not sure about, it's a yellow light for me and I have to think about it. And if I actually don't want it, it's a red light, red flag for me. And so it is a no. So please, let's start teaching these young ones very early about what consent is. Remember that I said it has 4 ingredients. It should be clear. It should be given freely. It should be an ongoing thing that you can withdraw if you wish to. And it has to be mutual. If it doesn't have these 4 qualities, there is no consent. And if these 4 qualities are present there, respect it and make sure that you are working according to the rules. The rule is don't manipulate, don't force.